Don't smoke. It's not. It's private. Sorry. What you? What sorry?
I beg your pardon.
But
I did not know.
it's so private.
Hey, don't yell at her.
What?
Don't yell at her. She didn't know.
Didn't know?
No, it's her first time.
First. Look, it's so private.
Fucking crazy, man.
What? What?
Are you going to touch her? I'll knock you out.
What?
You don't talk to women like that.
Look, women don't. Look, if you try to like nicely, you don't smoke.
Yeah, you don't talk to women like that either, mate.
Stream alert, stream alert, stream alert. Everyone, hope you're doing great. It's never good news whenever the land of Japan gets brought up in some streaming clip. Like, I think over this past week, I've seen like 10 different clips of like completely new and different streamers doing something bad in that country. And to me, it was a shock, because I always expect, like, you know, that one guy, John Somali, to be in the headlines, because he is by far the worst one, the most notorious. Like, he literally has some Twitter account called @CancelJohnnies that posts clips of, you know, whatever rancid, disrespectful stuff he does. That's crazy, right? But I only preempt the video with that because today I'll be going with a video that's a subversion of that standard, where some Japanese guy is the asshole in a clip. And when you watch it, some people may defend what he did or how he acted, but honestly, I think without the Japanese tag, a lot of people would consider him to be the aggressor in this. So there was a recent clip blowing up called "Japanese man flips on Australian tourist for ignoring the rules." And by the way, spoiler alert, the rules they broke was the woman was smoking outside in the open in some snowy mountain. That's it. So I'm gonna watch it and I'm gonna go over what some people send the replies, because I think the guy recording is clearly in the wrong, but a lot of people, you know, seem to be taking his side for whatever reason.
Don't smoke. It's not. It's private. Sorry. What you? What sorry?
I beg your pardon.
But
I did not know.
it's
Don't yell!
it's so private.
No.
Hey, don't yell at her.
What?
Don't yell.
I will say, like, right off the bat, this guy's an Aussie legend. Like, he's so sick. Like, the second, you know, this guy, I mean, you know, he does, like, you know, let her speak for a second, but he steps in, he's like, listen, man, calm the fuck down.
Yell at her. She didn't know.
Didn't know?
No, it's her first time.
That part made me laugh so hard. She didn't know? She couldn't read the signs in kanji in a different language, in a complete fucking uncomprehendable language she couldn't read? She couldn't see the sign? She didn't understand?
Look, it's so private. Assholes.
Also, but from what I can tell, this guy was like snowboarding down from this hill and literally walked up to this poor woman. So, like, he had, like, you know, the most strict hawk eyes, saw some person like smoking out in the open, and they were like, oh my god, she's breaking the rules, and went up to her and yelled at her. Like, I'm sorry, in no culture would this be defendable, you know. It's just like, yeah, it is part of the rules, but you could, like, you know, enforce it in a much more polite way, in my opinion.
It's her first time.
First. Look, it's so private. Assholes.
Fucking crazy, man.
What? What?
Are you going to touch
And
her?
how can you really defend him, you know, when like he walks back to her being like, what? Like, just give it a warning and then walk away. Just walk away, you know, don't have to be an
I'll
asshole.
knock you out.
What?
You don't talk to women like that.
Also, but my opinion, you know, I have no racial bias, but I feel like a punch from an Australian guy with this kind of goatee, so he has a goatee, and these kind of glasses, he would deliver like a knockout punch. Just
Look,
saying.
women don't. Look, if you try to like nicely, you don't smoke.
I have no idea what the fuck he said.
Yeah, you don't talk to women like that either, mate.
Assholes.
Fucking own, you dumb cunt. And by the way, I'm seeing now as well, the only sign I can see from here is this one. And again, you know, very clearly in kanji. How the fuck would some tourists understand? Like, if you like, I saw someone say, like, you know, if they went to like the smoke-free zone in a bar, that would be better. Like, you're out in the open, who gives a shit? What, is this small kid in red gonna fucking breathe it in and get cancer? No. I can't even see like what the fuck's he smoking. Like, is it a cigarette or a vape?
It's not.
I'm trying. He's holding like a Red Bull can. What else?
It's private.
But I can bet how fucking, you know, how miserable, first of all, how sad you have to be to, like, you know, be minding your own business, snowboarding, and see some random tourists just vaping. I have to say, like, you know, maybe it's motivated by, you know, like it being, like this guy being overworked by, you know, foreigners, tourists, disrespecting the country, maybe that. But even then, like, you're clearly the aggressor in this, you know, to go up to them and be like, how dare you break the rules? The most minor rule that nobody could care about at all.
Did not know.
It's so prohibited.
Oh.
Like, they got so angry that like the reality turned purple for a second. That's scary. I can't see what the fuck he was smoking. Also, like, how do you see, like, if I'm correct, and this guy was like snowboarding down from hill for over here, how the fuck could he see, like, you know, tiny puffs from like a gay vape pen and be so peevy about it? You like go up to her and yell in her face. Like, come on. I will say now, I have no idea who this came from, but like, I really want to know like the streamer behind this. Like, I want to say it's a streamer, but I can't really see like a, you know, like a handle, like a super chat here on the left. So it might be like some guy, you know, recording his awesome vlog and he include this in, like, you know, he posted online. I have no idea. But if he's a streamer, I really want to see, you know, how he acts day to day. Like, if he's normally an asshole to like tourists or foreigners, you know, every time he sees them. And if he is, that's inexcusable. I mean, right now this clip is already bad enough, but if he lives like this every single day, yeah, fuck him, you know, like, how can you defend him? And I will say as well, I normally fucking hate like replies on Reddit, because like they're always like so brain dead and moronic, but this one, the top one I'm seeing, it did pretty well. Like, he gave like a good point and it got, you know, the most votes. Let's be real, he's probably aggro from having, who the fuck says aggro, or having to deal with a million clueless bogans going to Japan and fucking things up intentionally or unintentionally every day. Yeah, that's a good point. Again, like, if you live in Japan or like in Korea, you would wake up every single day to Twitter and see like some retard fucking up, you know, something bad. Like, bro, I remember like in preparation for this video, I was looking up Australian tourists in Japan, and the fucking clip from Spotty Turan of him going in a woman-only train bus popped up. I was like, oh my god, I forgot about that. That was so bad. And again, that was back in like 2023. Like, it was still, you know, it's pretty old, but like the wounds, you know, not the wounds, the offensiveness from that is still alluring, you know, even back then, and probably more so now with people, like I said before, with people like John Somali and like 10 different streamers going over there daily. Which I saw as well Ice Poseidon, because I covered him when he was in Japan like 5 days ago, and you know, he's having a mental breakdown for his girlfriend, boohoo, womp, and I think, you know, some clip of him doing something bad popped up as well. I'm not gonna slander him for doing that, but he might have done something shitty, I don't know. Just saying. Oh, this one pisses me off. See, you should be smoking in the smoking room where it's safe, or the darts bar where you get free smokes. I'm so like, you're out in the open. What a country. I think, you know, like the nice clean air of Japan. I mean, like air, like, you know, the feeling, you know, the assumption, the manners is so strong, you know, how people perceive it, that you can't even smoke outside. Like, if there's some sign you're saying that you can't, people will be like, you just can't, that's it. Like, come in any other country, yeah, you know, people would not bat an eye if you smoked outside. Let's be for real. There were no smoking signs all over Japan. She knew what she was doing. They were just being typical bogans. What the fuck? I'm sorry, you're telling me that the most overworked country in the world has no smoking signs all over the country? Yeah, I'm calling bullshit on that. I don't believe you. Also, what the fuck does bogan mean? Is that slang for like a rude Australian? It has to be that. I mean, like, you know, I will say, who the fuck was, you know, those Beamer, like tap out sunglasses anymore? Also, you know, or being in a snowy area. Like, come on, they're so out of date. But even then, they didn't seem that rude, you know, to be calling them a bogan, you know, whatever slang that means. That's meant to be derogatory. I don't know. I'm sorry, what? I just read this. I brought a small disposable vape and nicotine pouches. Those are allowed. Vapes are not legal for citizens. Vapes aren't legal in Japan? The country right next to China, you know, the biggest manufacturer of vapes, doesn't allow vaping for citizens. What the fuck is this section? Crowded places, I use pouches, but oh, that makes sense, you know, because of the respect for others' health and safety. That makes sense. But I'd find small corners and alleys with either a bucket or a bunch of butts on the ground to use a vape. Why do you care where you smoke a vape? Like, just make sure you don't, you know, blow in people's faces. A quick small cloud that smells fruity that dissipates in a couple of seconds isn't going to harm anyone except me, I guess. Ironically enough, I'd find most butts on the ground right next to no smoking signs. Smoking rooms were absolute hell. I will say, however, if this woman was smoking like, you know, a fat stogie, like a fat cigar and she just threw on the ground, then yeah, that would be shitty. But from what I can tell, like it's a vape. Like the way she's holding it, she's not holding in a V shape, whatever, with her hands. She's clearly, gripping it. But yeah, it's clearly a vape. So she's not littering cigarette butts all over the snow. Oh, what the fuck is this? Honestly, it sounds like things were lost in translation. Oh, like the movie. The Japanese man first says, "Don't smoke," pretty calmly. What? Hold on, then the Sheila said sorry. Then for some reason it seems like he gets offended and more angry from that response, which in turn makes her get defensive. Maybe he heard a sorry as something else. I'm sorry, like he said don't smoke pretty calmly. How the fuck in what country is this pretty calmly?
Don't smoke. It's private. Sorry, what you.
No, yeah, I mean, yeah, the first sentence sounds, pretty calmly, I guess. But like, the second part, just listen.
Don't smoke. It's private. Sorry.
Like, well, I have no idea what he meant, but like, just like, in any language, just yelling at the top of your voice, yeah, like that's clearer fighting signs, And the husband picked up on it, being like, "I'll fucking knock you out." He responded, "Sorry, what sorry?" As if she murdered his family and was like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't know." Even I don't want to be like that guy. Like, always be nice to tourists, but like, just a nice, simple tap on the shoulder, be like, "Hey, listen, there's a sign right over there, 100 feet away. Don't smoke." That would have been fine. Like, I don't want to be this guy. I don't want to be a guy, to judge how a guy acts in his own country with tourists. But like in this one situation, he overreacted 100%. Lamau, nothing is even lost in translation. He's already agitated even before starting the interaction. The clip started right then and there. I have no idea what you saw before. I kind of can't understand. I live in Indonesia, and it's annoying when I heard stories of Australian drunkards, or even nationalities for that matter, that does something against the law, just causing problems. In the end, that Aussie lady should have known better to not smoke. What? I'm sorry, but like, what timeline do we live in where like all of a sudden, if you smoke in Japan, you're like, it's not acceptable. Like, be for real as well. And that Japanese dude should learn to control his temper. Nothing good will come out when you approach strangers with that attitude. That's so true. So, again, like, would I defend the husband or the boyfriend, if he punched them? Maybe not, but like, if some guy walks up to you, with like a body cam on, actually no, you would. If some guy walked up to you, like your girlfriend, whatever, and yelled at her, then yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if your instincts kicked in and you punched them. Like, yeah, no surprise at all. Also, I would be more offended if like the woman was, completely spineless, being like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, Like, it kept on saying over and over. Like, I respect her more for, standing her ground. I mean, she walked away, but like, that first second, she was really putting up a fight, yelling back at him. I think he suspects, as I do, that she was playing dumb and knew all along that smoking was prohibited. Again, like, maybe I've been living under a rock, but when the fuck was, smoking outside in a snowy area of all places seems, unacceptable. Like, when? I'm sorry. Yeah, the way she says sorry is so quick and dismissive. Like, there's zero confusion about why he's approaching her. She didn't even like wait for him to get a full sentence out before she cuts him off. She'd been told before not to smoke there. What do you mean she was told before? By who? I'm sorry, we have like a 40-second clip and people are like, she was told before, like she should have known better. What are you on about? And also, like, this is on r/Australia. How many people are there? 2.4 million members. But either way, this is on Australia, and people are like, Australians are going against their own people. I mean, I'm not saying you should be like, blind defensive for her, but if I'm seeing Australians go aggressive against her, it just blows my mind. Like, no, you're like, defend her a bit, just a tiny bit, please. So there you have it, folks. I would say, however, I didn't get time to go over what people say on Twitter, but I did see like one more reply that got way too many likes for its own good, defending the guy recording with a body cam. And I probably said this early in the video, but trust me, if it was like in any other country, like fuck, I don't know, Russia or Tibet, people would definitely blame the guy with the camera, especially because, right now, as I said before, with the huge wave of bad streamers over there in Japan, and of course, I'm not defending that, but like right now, it's very easy to be like monkey-brained, where whenever you see a stream clip with the word Japan, you automatically antagonize a foreigner, the dirty, filthy foreigner. Unless they're Romanian. I don't think a Romanian streamer could ever do anything bad, in a foreign country. No, I don't believe so.